Pitchers and catchers are reporting this week, and spring training starts in a matter of just a couple weeks. But when you look at the Yankees roster to date, there is one position that has a huge question mark on. It's the same position we've had a question about all offseason. Who the hell is going to play third base? And with Hal Steinbrenner probably being on the front lines for there to be a salary cap, and he only spends money when he deems necessary to sort of keep his shareholders happy, it seems like a lot of the options are going to be internal. We can hope that Alex Bregman will accept a one-year deal at some point. We can hope that the Cardinals will take on Stroman's contract in order for the Yankees to get Nolan Arenado. But at this point in the offseason, a lot of that seems very far-fetched. So right now, the third base slot has 3 options. What's going on, guys? The king of 161st Street. I'm back with another video, and option number 1, probably the most forgotten prospect in the Yankee system, probably of all time. His name is Oswald Peraza. Once was deemed necessary enough that without over 30 games of playing experience, was put onto a postseason roster for a team that had World Series aspirations in 2022, and in fact started in Game 4 against Houston. Going from starting in a playoff game, not even just any playoff game, an ALCS, to now, we have not heard one singular thing about this kid, and now he's basically on his last leg. Now 24 years old, has lost prospect eligibility a long time ago. This is basically do or die for whether or not Oswald Peraza is going to have a sustainable career in Major League Baseball. It seems as though to me, when I look at Oswald Peraza, a lot of it's just a jack of all trades, master of none. It seems like he's an okay fielder. It seems like he's okay with bat to ball skills. He's got semi-okay power. His arm is pretty good. Like, he's a pretty good player across the board, but he's not special in any certain spot. That is something that will hurt you once you're trying to find a major league spot, because if you're a jack of all trades down in AAA, what are you going to be at the major league level? And that's something that Oswald Peraza has to figure out. I also think there is a bit of blame to go around in the Yankees organization for his development. I think allowing Oswald to do the same thing that Volpe did, which is learn on the fly at the major league level, probably would have been a good option for Oswald to really get his feet wet and show exactly what that big skill is going to be. But at this point, it's do or die. He wins this spot, or he may never find another spot again. And he's got 2 other guys who have major league experience. One guy, mountains of major league experience more than him. This is going to be an extremely tough battle for Oswald Peraza to figure out. Having minimal ABs in the major leagues, very little trust in this organization for Oswald Peraza, obviously. I know in 2023, he didn't get the spot because they wanted to give it to Volpe. But in 2024, in the first half, before the Yankees got Jazz Chisholm, you could have used Oswald Peraza, but instead, you went with JD Davis. You went with certain guys that are just shit baseball players. But again, they had major league experience. They had moments at the major league level. It just shows that there is very little trust in what Oswald Peraza has going on. And he's gonna get another opportunity. Let's see if he takes the bull by the horns. But really, this is Oswald Peraza's last chance to be a real major league. Next up on the list, you've got the best utility man the Yankees could ask for right now, and it's Oswaldo Cabrera. Oswaldo Cabrera last season, an amazing start when the Yankees were looking for third base while DJ LeMahieu was injured. That first series against Houston is pretty unforgettable to me. Having 2 massive home runs, having massive hits in the clutch. Oswaldo Cabrera has the talent to be a good player in the major league. My thing with Oswaldo is he's more valuable to this team if he is a utility guy, because if he is used day in and day out, you start to find that, yes, he's a switch hitter against lefties as a righty. He's not that good, and you're going to face a lefty probably once or twice a week. That means once or twice a week, you are basically a liability. That's a problem at the major league level, especially for a team like New York that is trying to win a fucking title. You cannot have a guy who's just like, wrong side of the plate, I guess. Sorry, not going to be available today. Oswaldo either has to stop hitting from both sides, or he's going to have to work on his right-handed swing to a point where both sides are almost even. A lot of switch hitters in history, they'll tell you that they wish they stuck with one side because it's just so much work to try and maintain from both sides of the plate. And mostly, you're never going to get the same success from both sides of the plate. Jose Ramirez is an exception. He'll give you similar results from both sides of the plate. Chipper Jones, different example. These are some of the top of switch hitters of all time. Guys like Mickey Mantle. Yeah, like those are the like gold standard of switch hitting. Oswaldo Cabrera is not that. We know that he is a much better left-handed hitter than he is from the right. It's time to stop with this experiment. Let him swing from the left side primarily. It allows for more diversity in the lineup, but also it'll just allow for more consistency for Oswaldo Cabrera. But the fact that he probably will not be swinging from the left side primarily, it will hurt him, because I think there's a lot of that coaching staff that's looking at Oswaldo like he is a great talent. He is a great guy to have in the field. Will he be able to hit consistently? Because yes, he'll have his Linsanity run like he did at the start of the season. He'll be lights out. No one can tell him anything. He is one of the best hitters on the field on any given day. But then there's a lot of other days in this MLB season where you watch him and you're like, that swing is dipping a little too far. He's a little too jumpy, or he's a little bit behind. He seems like he's always in between at the plate. The inconsistency of Oswaldo Cabrera might hurt him in terms of getting the job. But on the bright side, yes, he has his moments at the plate. He looks money. In the field, he gives the Yankees versatility. One day you want to play him at first, give Goldschmidt a rest. If Ben Rice is going to get that day, you wanted to throw him in the outfield, maybe give Bellinger or Judge a day. If Jason Dominguez isn't working out in the field, you really needed a guy to come in. Oswaldo Cabrera provides a value to this team. The only problem is, in this conversation, we are talking about one position. That's not where Oswaldo Cabrera's value comes in. Oswaldo Cabrera's value comes in when he can play all over the field. And maybe if he does win this job, he still has the ability to do that. Maybe it's most days he'll play third, but if there's a day where we need to give Goldschmidt a rest, someone hits the IL, he'll play a different position, and then they'll have DJ or Oswald Peraza. They'll have one of those guys just fill in, but for the most part, he'd play third. Maybe that's how they'd play it, but overall, Oswaldo Cabrera's value does not come in as a starting player. He comes in as a super utility guy, and he plays his role. And then you got option number 3. The way I describe this, I've never seen a player with more experience than the other people he's going up against that simultaneously have the most questions that have to be answered. DJ LeMahieu, old. Let's just put it blunt. He's old. He's old. He's been injured over and over again. And those injuries have come to bite him in the ass when it comes to at-bat potential. He used to be the best when he can plant on that back foot, sort of do what Derek Jeter used to do, go inside out, play to the other way no matter what. That back foot got injured, and now he's pressing forward. Now he's trying to pull because you load on your back, but then you transfer it to your front in order to get your body in front of that and pull the ball. DJ LeMahieu cannot play baseball in that manner. DJ LeMahieu is a contact-first player that has power when he's able to make contact on contact on contact. The way DJ LeMahieu has had to play has hindered him mightily, and it's shown. He has had less than a 200 batting average, less than a 500 OPS in the last 2 seasons. The Yankees cannot afford to have a guy just like Oswaldo on certain days. You cannot afford to have a guy like DJ LeMahieu who, yes, has the potential that we've seen. We've seen him before be a guy that could be close to 300. This man won a batting title in pinstripe. That guy, I believe, is no longer that guy no longer exists. The DJ LeMahieu of today is not the DJ LeMahieu of 2021. This is not the DJ LeMahieu of 2020 or 2019. This DJ LeMahieu is different. This DJ LeMahieu is old. This DJ LeMahieu cannot do the things he used to be able to do. It has affected him in the field, where now they're trying to throw him at third because he can no longer play second base. And even at third, twitchy enough to be able to play the hot corner. I've seen multiple balls where I'm like, DJ could have gotten that. You may not be able to fully say that's on DJ. You know, if Jazz was playing those balls, he would have gotten to him. If Oswaldo was playing that, he probably would have gotten to it. Hell, if Oswald Peraza was playing some of these ground balls, he probably would have gotten to it. DJ LeMahieu is simultaneously probably the most safe option with the most questions imaginable. Who do I think the Yankees are going to go with? Look, my favorite out of the bunch is Oswaldo Cabrera. I think Oswaldo Cabrera has the ability to grow because he is still young, but he's also proven enough where, unlike Oswald Peraza, who, yes, is a young player, who at one point had a lot of potential coming up the rank, Oswaldo Cabrera has shown at the major league level that he can hang. Oswald Peraza has not. Current day DJ LeMahieu has not. Now, who do I think the Yankees are going to go with? I'm assuming that DJ LeMahieu has a steady lead on the path. They have a lot of trust in DJ LeMahieu. Yes, us fans probably would have said the trust is lost after the last couple years. Aaron Boone does not operate in that way. Aaron Boone, if you've gained trust with him, that trust lasts a long ass time. So I think DJ LeMahieu is going to get most of the starting burn in spring training. This spring training is going to be the most important for all three of these guys. If DJ LeMahieu starts to taper off and he looks old against these AA and AAA pitchers, you're going to see a lot more of Oswaldo. You're going to see a lot more of Oswald Peraza. It's really the most important spring training for Oswald Peraza, because if he struggles in spring training, there's a chance he's no longer in the Yankees organization. And if he's no longer in the Yankees organization, I don't know if he's proven enough to make it to another organization. So this is really do or die for Oswald Peraza. The guy who currently has the lead, in my opinion, probably is DJ LeMahieu. The guy who I want to win this job is Oswaldo Cabrera. But what do you guys think? Do you think that Oswald Peraza is going to steal this job and we're going to be super youthful on this infield outside of first base? Or do you think that DJ LeMahieu is going to steal this job? Hell, do you think that there's going to be a massive trade that no one's talking about, that we get someone like a Nolan Arenado? Let me know down below. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. I'm out of here. Take care and peace.